Hey guys, it's Chelsea here, and welcome to episode 70 of the BFC Dynamo series. Now, today's episode, as you can tell by the title, we've sort of got our first real competitive game for the Champions League. We've already actually had our first Champions League game, but it was against Cluj from Romania. Didn't really think it was going to be too challenging of a game, and we actually won that game. However, we got Rennes here in the first game. We've also got Leipzig for today's episode as well. As you can see by the league table, we're in a little bit of a rocky position at the moment. We're currently in 9th place. We're on 8 points. A win today puts us basically up into 5th, potentially around 5th place. I'm not too worried about the league. However, our Champions League games that we've got for this season, I'll go into the fixtures here. We'll go over these quickly. And then I've got one player to show you. So I'll go over the fixtures first. So our first Bundesliga game finished a 1-1 draw. It was a Berlin derby. And I was a little bit frustrated to actually draw this one because I felt like we probably could have won it. They got the opening goal in the 29th minute. We got our goal back through Gavidel in the 32nd minute, so 3 minutes later. Unfortunately, still a few poor performers out there. Montero is not doing well. Nagtagal at this stage wasn't doing well, but he's actually sort of improved a lot as of recent times, and does look to be a pretty good right back for us. The next game we actually managed to win, so picked up our first win of the season there. I guess in the Bundesliga, I should say, we did win that first round DFB Pokal game last episode. Yeah, Pavicic opened the scoring for us there. Excuse me. We then had Gel on the score sheet with Pavicic getting an assist for him, and then Gel in the 93rd minute. I want to show you this goal though. 43rd minute goal from Leverkusen. Hopefully it'll actually work here. This is the weirdest goal I have ever seen on Football Manager. Oh, what was that? Oh, he's not going to go back and get it? No, he's just going to let it go in the net. So just to put that into perspective, I'll show you one more time. One more time. So bang, it's pretty much kicked from back there. Let me pause it real quick. Let's... can we rewind? We can't rewind from here. That's weird. Why can't we do that? There we go. Let's go back from here, shall we? So Petkov, from pretty far into his own half. And Melges absolutely missing it. Have no idea how that happened. Anyway, 3-2 victory. We luckily got that winning goal in stoppage time. Surprisingly, we actually won the next game against Frankfurt, who realistically are actually doing pretty well this season as well. But as you can see, Gel opened the scoring with a penalty for us. They got a goal back. Gel got us a goal before half-time once again. Pavicic with an assist there. And then Traore coming off the bench. I've actually given Traore a new contract as well. As Montero is not very good. He's just not very good. We then could only manage a 2-2 draw against Hoffenheim. Very frustrating, this one. Honestly, super frustrating. We got a goal through an own goal to kick things off in the first minute. They got a goal back. Iran Kunda, the Australian, is an absolute thorn in our side. I think even when Hoffenheim were in 2 Bundesliga, he was scoring against us. And then Mputhi with an own goal as well. Luckily for us, we got a goal back in the 79th minute through Gavidel. And yeah, luckily for us, we managed to secure a point for ourselves despite only having 2 shots against our goalkeeper. You might be wondering, Mosquera in goals. Melges picked up an injury, I believe in the Frankfurt or just after the Frankfurt game. So from that point, he was pretty much out for 3 weeks. So there we go. We then had our first Champions League game. I mentioned this one, Cluj from Romania. 2-0 victory, Pavicic with a goal disallowed. And then Perez, our new signing, Nagtagal with the assist there, and then Nagtagal with the goal as well. Ramadi picking up an assist. But a very dominant performance. Very happy with the midfield, as you can see. Dmitriev, Dusak, both getting over 7 match ratings. Nagtigal, like I said, he was man of the match in this one and really performed well. And unfortunately, the most recent game played was a 2-1 loss against Mainz back in league action. Pavicic opened the scoring. And then we had Dusak getting a straight red card in the 13th minute. And as you can see there, they had a goal disallowed and then scored 2 more, one before halftime, one after halftime. And they took all 3 points. And it was a pretty tough loss to take, to be honest. But that does leave us today with Rennes and then RB Leipzig as well. So looking forward to those ones. One more transfer piece of activity to actually go over, and that is Damian Perez from Atletico Tucumán, Argentinian player, very good, 6.75 mil release clause, and there he is, the man himself, absolute. I don't think he's world class, but at 22 years old, I think he could develop into a world class player, or at least an elite striker. Those, the holy trinity there for strikers, 18 dribbling, 17 finishing, 16 first touch. He's got good technique, 17 off the ball as well, 15 for composure. Lacking a little bit of pace maybe, but his physicals are all pretty consistent. 14 pace, he's got 16 agility, obviously 0 jumping reach. Well, he's got 4 jumping reach, but 4 is basically 0 at this point. He's a little bit shorter, so 178 centimeters, probably like 5'9", 5'10", somewhere around there. He's got a couple of player traits as well. Not too bad. Likes around the goalkeeper. Likes the ball played into his feet as well, which his dribbling ability would probably benefit him quite a bit with that. And yeah, he's come in. He's got caps at under 23 level for the Argentinian national team. I had to scramble to actually get him into the club. Excuse me. I think we had 6.25 mil as of last episode. So I sold Jabali for 135,000 to ES Sahel, put that money into the transfer budget, and then requested to increase the transfer revenue for player sales, which they accepted. And as a result of that, I could actually move more wage budget back over, which I couldn't do previously. So yeah, that got us to 6.8, just enough to get Perez in, and we literally signed him, I think, with about 30 minutes left to go in the transfer deadline day window. So very good bit of business there. He has scored, so he's got his goal, and hopefully many, many more to come. Obviously, we sold Jabali as well, so striker out, striker in. It kind of works out. Anyway, let's get into the fixture here against Rennes. They're a good side. I think they're rated 4-star reputation at the moment as well. So they start the game off with some very good players, very good, young players. And their academy that itself is, I would personally say, top notch. It's probably one of the best clubs to develop players in France. Anyway, this is a lineup. We had a bit of struggle with the squad registration, as you can see here. Quite a few players that are actually unregistered. Only notable ones is probably Abba and maybe Senhaji, Langfell. I guess you could maybe say them. They're all sort of very much fringe players at the moment, so it is what it is. And like I said, Melgez is still currently out, injured, as well as Puljic. So Ramadi's been starting as that left centre-back. Traore's back in. Adidas Saikan has been very good at centre-back, so I'm very happy with that purchase. I know it doesn't look like it, but he has been solid enough. So is Ramadi, to be fair, when he's come in. He's constantly sort of flicking back between either centre-back or left-back because we're quite short there as well. But yeah, Gel up top. I think he's our leading goal scorer at the moment. I think he is. Bednarek, I'm going to give him an opportunity today in the Champions League. Dukic, again, he's played okay when called upon. Definitely better than Bednarek. But he's also hasn't performed too great, especially in that last game. I know we were down to 10 men. But anyway, the rest of the lineup's pretty much the same. Pavicic is banging things in for us at the moment, which is really good to see. Dmitriev and Dusak, obviously, in the center of midfield. Dusak last game not playing too well, but Dmitriev has done okay so far. His performances are slightly going up the more we play. So I think once he becomes embedded into the team, he'll be a really solid option for us there. Anyway, let's get into it. Big game, Champions League. The first time you guys are seeing the Champions League here in the series. I wanted to bring you guys the first game, but then I looked at it and I was like, Cluj, it's kind of anticlimactic. I'd rather, verse a good team like Rennes. We've got Rennes, PSG, Newcastle, Chelsea, Villarreal, Atletico Madrid. And I think there's one other team in there as well that I forgot to mention. And obviously Cluj as well. So we've got some very tough games, is basically what I'm saying. I don't know if we can we've conceded there as well, in Dow in the first 5 minutes. It's going to be very tough. Our Champions League games they're challenging, to say the least. I mean, Rennes are actually looking really good at the moment. We look a little bit bent out of shape. Show onside, potentially? He might be offside. I really hope for our sake he is. It is disallowed. He's offside. All right. Still 1-0. Okay. I'm going to ease Nagtagal off tackles as well. We had a red card last game. We don't need to follow that with back-to-back. That'd be very detrimental to our Champions League campaign. I'm going to encourage him. Let's see what that can do. 25 minutes in. I mean, Bednarek's on a 6.4 again. Quite frustrating. Although we do have a throw-in. Bednarek to Traore. Can he get a cross in? Yes, he can. Back post. Pavicic. Get in there, son. He's back, baby. That's his 50th goal for the club as well. 50 goals for Berlin Dynamo. That's a big goal, bringing us back to level terms. And we win the ball back again. Bednarek to Dmitriev. Of course, Bednarek doesn't have the pace. He does have the dribbling, although that looked absolutely woeful from him. A bit of a counter-attack potentially there for Rennes. And our passing is very sloppy at the moment. I've noticed that. I've noticed that in quite a few games, actually. Oh, we're very lucky not to concede another goal there. Very lucky indeed. Corner. Perez to take it. Gel. Bednarek. Come on, someone put it in the back of the net, please. Ugh. So wasteful. What an opportunity that was. All right, Ramadi. Dmitriev. Out to Bednarek. Ooh, that's a nice cross. Gel. Just wide. It was a nice little move, though. I like that. It was a good way to end the half. Let's see what we can do here. We started really slow, but we actually came back into that quite a lot in the second half of that first half. Second half of the first half. Yeah, it makes sense. Anyway, we're going to make a sub here. We'll do something. We'll do something. Dmitriev's on a 6.4. I don't really have any options to bring on. I've got Tyru or Padaruth. Don't really want to bring either of them on. We'll go with Gavidel or Perez, who's slightly worse than Gel today. And then maybe Dukic for Bednarek. We'll do that. Double change. 60th minute. Dimitriev with an absolute bullet corner. Gavidel. Nagtagal. He's got some skills, Nagtagal. Alright, Dusak to Pavicic. In the box. Oh. So close. Oh, referee. Gavidel, another nice cross to Pavicic. We're going to get it once again through Dukic. That's a terrible pass back, though. That's a little frustrating. We should have done something there. And now Wrens are coming forward. You get very nervous at the back there. You know, just with Mosquera in goals. Mosquera is definitely no Melges, that's for damn sure. Again, nervous. Diaby into the box. Oh, Nagtagal. Absolute brilliant defensive display there. Cho with a first-time shot, and Mosquera actually saves that one. Miracle. I don't know how Nagtagal's on a 6.4. Honestly, he's actually looked okay during highlights. I go with another encourage. It seemed to work for that 25th minute. We did score after that. Gel to Dusak. Dimitriev. Ramadi. Traore. Did he get a new 5-year contract, Traore? He's also the club captain, so I didn't particularly want to upset him, if that made sense. Dusak, Nagtagal, shoot! Get in there, son! 6.4, get rid of that rating. He's played way better than that today. Even his defensive display's been way better than a 6.4. There we go, 2-1 up. Dukic into the box. Gel, Nagtagal again. Saikan goes back to Ramadi. Out to Adita Saikan. Ramadi, shoot, son! Somebody shoot. Adita Saikan again. Goes back to Dusak. And that was a poor pass, and now they're on the counter-attack. And we have like literally no one back. Oh no. Oh. We get stung on the counter-attack. Yeah, we get stung. That's a rough one. That's a rough one to take. Alright, 2-2. I mean, I'll take the draw. It's frustrating. But then again, it is very even. You look at the stats there on the left-hand side. I mean, towards the end there, we actually had quite a few more shots, but yeah. Dusak, man of the match. 7.5 rating there. Getting himself an assist as well. I'm honestly not too disappointed with that result. I think that's actually a pretty good result against Rennes. Like I said, they're actually a decent side. And they have a lot of good regens or new gens that they bring through. So, very pleased. Very pleased. See, Diop, that's who we're up against. I'm assuming from their academy. As you can see, from their academy. He's a quality striker. Probably slightly better than Perez, I would say. He's also a lot older than Perez, but very good player nonetheless. There we go. All right, so what I'll do now, guys, I'm just going to skip forward to the game here. It's only 2 days. Actually, you know what? We'll roll with it. We'll do it all live, and we'll roll with it here. Taking on RB Leipzig up next. I wonder if Melges will be back for this game. I really hope he is. This is obviously the scouting reports that I get. And yeah, pretty much don't do anything else, really. Just going to skip forward here. I don't really have anything else to actually do. And we'll just get into the lineup. Still actually processing pretty quickly. I think I have something like 130, 140,000 players in the database. I think I have all... trying to remember. I know I can go in and actually have a look at it, but I'm pretty sure I have players from every top division in every continent activated, I think. I'm just going to praise... this is what I do between games as well. I just praise the highest, or the best training players, just to sort of improve that morale amongst the team as well. Don't know if it really does too much, but it keeps a few players a little bit happier, which potentially could make a difference. It really could make a difference. All right, a couple of release clauses coming up as well there. Let's get into the lineup here. So Traore's injured, and obviously Dusak's also injured, but he's also suspended for this game regardless. I think as a result of, I was going to say Reguagui, but he's also going to be out for this game as well with an injury. I guess we're going to have to go Senhaji. I mean, I could go Tairu, but I mean, is he of the level of quality that we need in this division? I don't really think he is. He's 21 now, so he's kind of getting on a little bit as far as his sort of main development years go. And he's down to... he's a 4-star potential player now as well. So that's a weird one. I don't think we'll start with him today. Go Langfell in there. Meljez still out, unfortunately. I'll chuck Espinoza on the bench as a backup goalkeeper. I could go Abba, actually. We'll go Abba instead of Senhaji. And then I'll bring Senhaji on the bench as well. Swap these ones around. There we go. I think I've got too many strikers on the bench there. We'll go for Preval. Although we need a left back, don't we? So this is sort of what I've been doing recently. I'm going to go Imputhi into that position there, and then we'll go with Ramadi at left back. He's also fatigued, so we'll have to think about maybe doing something with that as well. Although, technically, I could go Dukic as well for Bednarek. Avacic is a bit fatigued. He wants a new contract as well. I think I said I'd give it to him at the end of the season, potentially. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. I'm just going to tell Perez that he needs to improve his form. I'll show you his scout report as well. So as you can see, he's got a lot of good stuff. Obviously, he's fairly poor in the air, bad jumping reach, but he's a consistent performer and he enjoys big matches. So there's a few positives there as well. He's got good determination, good work rate as well for a striker. All right. We've got a few tired players out there. Obviously, playing Champions League football is a little bit rough on them as well. I think we'll go leg for Traore. Anyway, let's get into it. A little bit nervous. It's RB Leipzig. They're a good side. We'll just have to go out there and hopefully do what we do. We'll go with the nobody expects us to get a result here today because we are once again away from home. Both games for today's episode away from home. Very tough episode. Dukic with a corner though. Goalkeeper makes a big save. I do like Dukic with his free kicks. Obviously last episode we saw that. But his corners are really good as well. Hopefully that's him there. There it is. Can he bang it in? Oh, it was close. Very close. Bednarek deflected shot. And the goalkeeper, luckily, goes straight to him. Leipzig are coming forward now as well. Ooh, and luckily for us, that's a bad touch by their player. Mosquera getting to it. He's going to go long. It's a bit weird. Obviously, Perez up there, he's not going to be winning those types of balls, so I prefer them to go to Gel and Rodrigo Ribeiro. Rodrigo Ribeiro has got the opening goal there in the 8th minute, 7th minute even. That's a little bit frustrating because that was sort of against the run of play. And once again, first shot on target for 1 goal. And of course, their goalkeeper's on a 7.1 match rating. Best player in the team. Go figure. And Leipzig are once again coming forward. They do have some dangerous players. We know that. And Faber has got a 2nd goal there for RB Leipzig. We're definitely struggling at the moment, and I think it's obviously because we brought in, I would say, half of our starting lineup is brand new. So I knew there was going to be problems. I didn't expect to be sort of getting destroyed like we are at the moment. Obviously, that Bayern Munich game in the Super Cup last episode was... While I wasn't sort of worried about it at the time, I'm concerned with this result. We're 2-0 down in the first half against Leipzig. I know they're a great side, but I sort of fancy our chances pretty much against anyone. I think we can actually beat anyone on our day. And I think we've got better players than we did last season. Perez in behind here, puts it in the back of the net, but it's going to be probably ruled offside. It was a good goal though. Good finish. And it is indeed disallowed for offside. A little bit frustrating, that one. Could have got us a goal back. But it is what it is. Nagtegal getting a nice interception there. Taking the ball off of the Leipzig player. But we once again just give it away. We're giving the ball away too often from these highlights. It's very much our biggest criticism I can find with the team at the moment. Again, it also could be because they're all really tired. I need to remember that. We do have a few tired players out there. Anyway, Gel up top now. Again, just pretty much loses possession. Didn't have an option to pass to. And luckily for us, it went out for a throw-in. Oh my god, Faber is absolutely causing us big problems. Him and Fresneda. Oh, that's a good save. Could have been 3-0 just there. Faber with a corner. Goes short. Interesting one. Another big save by Mosquera. We're just not playing well. I'm just going to ease Imputhi off tackles here. Faber with a shot over the bar. But we're approaching half-time, and we look pretty woeful out there today. I think I need to bring Havicic on, and I think I need to bring Gavidel on as well. I mean, Mosquera is now on a 7.1 himself, despite conceding 2 goals, so... I mean, Nagtegal is on a 6.2. Not good. There's not a lot to be positive about at the moment, unless we score here. Bednarek coming forward, cuts himself inside. Nice ball to Dukic, and there we go. Dukic, nice little assist there from Bednarek as well. Yeah, Dukic, I think that's his 2nd goal of the season now. I was going to make a change and bring Pavicic on, but I don't think I will now. Purely for the fact that he's also really, really tired out there. Hadaruth is going to come on for Imputhi. He looks woeful out there. Yellow card, 6.3. Not good enough. And then Perez is going to come off for Gavidel as well. He put the ball in the back of the net, Perez did, but it's just not good enough when you're going to be offside in such an important game. I think he needs a bit more time. Oh, it's way too easy for them. Way too easy. Ribeiro gets his second goal, and we're 3-1 down. Nagtagal. Pretty much everything's coming down that right-hand side at the moment. We're not even closing plays down either. I'm definitely frustrated. It's a good tackle by Adidas Sycan. But we're pretty much just getting dominated by Leipzig at this point. They're just coming wave after wave of attack. That's going to be a penalty. All right, well, this game's pretty much a write-off at this point. So let's see. Who else can we bring on? Pretty much no one. I don't really have any youth players I want to bring onto the pitch. We'll go Prevel for Ramadi. Yeah, why not Leg for Nagtagal? Anyone else want to come on? I'll go Senhaji. Senhaji for Dmitriev. And we'll just throw a whole bunch of players out there. See what happens. Ribeiro for his hat-trick, and he puts it away. And that is 4-1 to RB Leipzig. And Mosquera is on a 7 match rating as well. So that goes to show how badly the defense has played today. And yet again, another highlight for Leipzig. And they hit the crossbar. All of our fans in the crowd look absolutely devastated, as they would be, losing 4-1. Anyway, it is what it is. We're gonna move on. You know, going into these games, while I do think we can actually beat them, at the end of the day, if we verse them 10 times, we're probably going to lose about 7 out of 10, I would assume. And we might win 3. At the moment. I'm going to go I'm not happy. I know it's suggested that we're underdogs, but even if we're underdogs, I don't expect to lose 4-1. Realistically, concede 4 goals to any team. Albeit, you know, a team even as good as RB Leipzig. When you look at Ribeiro, he doesn't look that good. He's not even close to being as good as Perez on our team, for example. He's probably, I would say, of the level of Gel. Pretty much of that level. And he's just scored a hat-trick against us. So, I mean, Faber is a very good player. He's fair play. He's very, very good. Player I would have absolutely have loved to have bought back in the day. Anyway, we've got a couple of winnable games here. We've got Heidenheim next, Hanover. And then we've got PSG and then Bayern Munich. So 2 winnable games and then 2 very losable games as well. I'm kind of looking forward to that PSG game, if I'm being honest. But yeah, that's going to wrap up the episode, guys. Make sure you smash a like. A pretty good result for that first game against Rennes. I know we probably could have actually won that game, but I'm happy with the draw. Not so happy with the 4-1 loss against Leipzig either. But yeah, drop a like if you enjoyed the episode, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And apart from that, as always, take it easy and goodbye.